Hi, I'm Umbreon Libris, and this is week 4 of my Pokémon Legends gameplay journal. I know all of you are probably wondering about my thoughts on what was revealed on yesterday's Pokémon Presents, but I decided to let my opinions mature a little bit longer, so you'll hear about them in a few days. Also, I do have a lot of thoughts about how the story of Pokémon Legends ends, and I'll go into some of those thoughts here today, but I'm gonna save most of them for my full Pokémon Legends review video that'll be out, I don't know, a couple weeks from now. In any case, the region of Hisui needed me, and so I was ready to head up Mount Coronet. But I was stopped by Benny, of all people. I did not expect to see him here, and turns out he's a ninja. This definitely caught me off guard, and not really in a good way. I think it would have been much more impactful if you're stopped by this random ninja that you've never seen before, and then you battle them, and it's a fairly tough battle, but you defeat them, and then it gets revealed that this ninja is actually Benny, who's been feeding you all along. I think that reveal would have had a lot more kick than seeing Benny and then him being like, oh, turns out I'm a ninja. But my Ursaluna managed to get through most of his team by itself, and off we were to try and stop Commander Kamado. This was another tough battle, but I was prepared, and again, I was able to win on the first try. And it really showed how in the Pokemon world, battles are really important, not just in getting to know your Pokemon or Pokemon in general, but each other. Getting to know your opponents. Kamado, after being defeated, concedes that he was in the wrong, and I was the best person to tackle taking care of the rift. So we walk up to the shrine where these really cool statues of all of the nobles and Lord Pokemon and this weird cotton ball looking thing. Oh, it's an electrode. I did not recognize it at first. And as we approach the dais at the back, Almighty Sinnoh speaks through Adaman and gives us instructions. So now we know what to do. We use the red chain to summon and I suppose try to capture Almighty Sinnoh, who turns out is Dialga. That's not really a surprise. What was a surprise is that the red chain just doesn't really do anything and just shatters right there, so I don't really know what the point was of having it, but whatever. Quick battle against Dialga, and it's caught. Pokemon really do have much higher catch rates in this game, don't they? But Dialga was not the only Pokemon in that rift, and out comes Palkia. For some reason, Dialga was okay for us to handle, but Palkia seems too strong, so we run the hell out of there. And when we feel safe at the summit camp, Adaman reveals that he heard more from Dialga than what he'd already told us, and we have further instructions. First, we will need the red chain again, so I guess we gotta go get those pieces. Oh, no. Irid already got them. I don't know when you had the time to do that, but thanks. So what's next? We need some origin ore. Okay, I guess we gotta go looking for some unusual stones somewhere. I feel like we might have come across something, but... Oh, Leon is just gonna take us there. And do the mining for us. Okay. I mean, I guess it's good that I came along because the misfortunes were here and we had to battle them, but I don't really feel like I was needed. But what matters is we got the ore, we have the pieces of the red chain, and so now we head back to Jubilife Village where Ray can make a special Pokeball for us. I guess it was kind of established that he was a very good craftsman, but I don't know how he especially knows how to make this essentially Hisuian Master Ball. But whatever, we've got it in hand, and with Dialga in the party, it seems we have everything that we need to go and actually try to face Palkia this time. We make our way back up to the temple, where Palkia is in a frenzy, and Dialga's Roar of Time, I think that's what it's doing, seems to be able to break it out of its frenzy, but not entirely, because Palkia bends down on all fours, I didn't even know it could do that, and transforms. And this form of Palkia is awesome. I like how it actually accomplishes a lot of the same things that I was trying to accomplish with my Dialga and Palkia redesign. That horse body makes it more animalistic, which makes it feel more like a Pokemon, but it also has a bit of a centaur thing going, so it makes it really feel mythical. I really like it, and I'm really curious now what the equivalent form of Dialga is going to look like. The encounter with Palkia was a little less awesome, though. It was very difficult. It took me many tries to really get the controls down and know when to jump and what direction to jump in to properly avoid all of the attacks. But I was getting a little bit frustrated that I never got the prompt to send out a Pokemon and battle. Like, I thought that's why I needed Dialga here. I thought Dialga was around to battle Palkia, but the only time that the prompt shows up to send out a Pokemon and do battle was when the encounter is done. We don't actually battle, we just throw a Pokeball, we catch it, and we get to watch the credits. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you watch the entire credits here. Now, things are looking much better. The sky is back to normal. The Hisui region doesn't seem to be in danger anymore. But there's still a lot more to discover. There's still a lot more research to do. And so I kind of decided to tackle this postgame in a kind of hybrid manner. I would do a lot of Pokedex research, catching the Pokemon that I don't have, getting research level up to 10 for those that I do, and just do like proper plot stuff and new quests and that kind of thing every once in a while. So I started off by looking for a number of baby Pokemon that I hadn't actually encountered almost at all during the game. Specifically, I was looking for Pichu, Munchlax, Magby, and Bonsly, none of which I'd actually seen in the wild throughout the game at all, and I had a hell of a time finding any of them. Indigo actually ended up trading me a Pichu and a Munchlax just to kind of help me along, and hopefully I would find them a little bit more easily. But I did kind of happen upon the Floaro Gardens and the Shaman Quest, so caught Shaman. Shaman is actually one of my favorite mythical Pokemon. I really like the sky form of Shaman, so can't complain too much about that. I also did a rematch against Kleavor, and it was tough. Its level was much higher than before, and I did not have a team that was prepared for that. But I did win. I was just a little bit disappointed with the results because I didn't really get any experience. Not like proper battle experience. We got experience candy, which I guess it's something, but I don't think it's quite enough to encourage me to keep doing those rematches. Eventually, I did go meet up with Volo, and I had to battle an Alpha Vespiquen that for some reason had the stone plate? Wouldn't it have made more sense for the Kleavor to have the stone plate and the Alpha Vespiquen have the bug plate? Whatever. Volo then takes me back to see Kojita again, who gives me various hints about where to find the remaining plates. One of them was at Prelude Beach, and on my way back to town, I decided to stop by and talk with the girl who requested that I pick up all the wisps. Turned out I hadn't done that the entire game, and I was at 80-something at this stage. She had a lot of rewards for me. Then I did follow Kamado all the way to Prelude Beach, and I wasn't prepared for a battle right away, so I actually lost the first couple of tries. I didn't have a team that could really handle him, but eventually I did defeat him and picked up the fist plate. It also finally occurred to me to just ask the professor about the starters, and he's just like, oh yeah, here, take them. So Cyndaquil and Rowlet got added to the team to get the research done and level up and eventually evolve. I already knew what Hisuian Typhlosion looks like, and it's pretty cool, but I had not yet seen Hisuian Decidueye. Decidueye is my favorite starter ever, so it didn't feel likely that the Hisuian version could live up to the legacy of Alolan Decidueye, and ultimately, it doesn't. Like, it's a pretty alright Pokemon, and I like the design just fine, not as much as original Decidueye, but it's cool. My problem with it, though, is that it's another physical grass and fighting type, like Breloom, like Hisuian Lilligant, who is highlighted in this same game as one of the Lord Pokemon. They really couldn't give us more type variety in the new Pokemon? Or at least if one of them, say Decidueye, was a special attacker, that would have already added some good variety. Throughout the rest of the week, I just kept up the research. By now, I've completed level 10 research for almost every Pokemon that I've caught. I did eventually manage to catch Munchlax, Magby, Bonsly, and Pichu. That one took forever, but I did get all of them. And I've also managed to catch An alpha Rotom. I didn't have a Rotom before, but then I saw both a regular one and an alpha one at the same time, so that was pretty cool. The Lake Guardians, Heatran, and Regigigas are all registered to the Pokedex now, and I completed the Sea Prince quest and caught Manaphy and Fione. This last one bothers me a little though. I find it annoying when you have to go outside of the game to complete something in the game. I feel like the game should offer you everything that you need to complete a quest. The Sea Prince legend, honestly, when I saw it in BDSP, and I did see it, but it didn't stand out to me. I didn't even realize that it was a new book. It did not occur to me to keep that in mind. So the only reason I knew what this quest in Legends had to do with was that someone mentioned it in a comment, and eventually I did have to look up the story and figure out what to do. Sadly, this week my shiny luck seems to have run out. I went all week without finding a single shiny Pokemon, even though I went to several outbreaks. And that feels kind of strange considering how many shinies I was getting before. But maybe my shiny luck didn't completely run out, it just got transferred to Indigo, who found a buttload of shinies this week. She found 2 shinies in the span of 10 minutes, and then also found another shiny the following morning. And she caught duplicate shiny Luxios. She was nice enough to give me one of them in exchange for the promise that if I find a shiny Ralts, I give it to her. Really though, the shiny Pokemon that she's found have been way more interesting than anything that I've found. I closed the day by picking up the Treasure of the Pearl Clan from Arita, the Lustrous Globe, which is the item that will allow my Palkia to change back into its horse form. I don't know what they're called. So now I know exactly what I need to do to see the new Dialga. But I'm gonna do that next week. I still have research to do, some legendary Pokemon to catch. I still have to finish collecting the Wisps and the Unknown. I haven't actually gone looking for the Unknown yet. I've only found a couple just kind of by accident. And I still have plenty of old verses to still look for. So that's what I'll focus on next week, and maybe I get to actually encounter Arceus and learn more about why I'm here. I'll tell you all about it next week, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next chapter.